Okay, I also want to talk about the Bob Marley movie because I went to go see it, and it was good. It was real good. It brought up a lot for me in terms of like understanding Jamaican culture, kind of understanding a lot of things about Bob Marley as a person, like his relationships. There was a lot of like this conversation that we're having about like dating standards, about like who to how to date and how to move and why people are in particular relationships. I feel like the movie kind of covered that a lot, which was very interesting. I also think that I think it unpacked this idea of what it means to be colored in a lot of ways. Like I went to go see it with a friend from Jamaica, and he was basically saying like he was unpacking a lot of the terms and the vocabulary and like the culture and stuff, like what the words mean and the songs. I forgot like just how popular some of the songs were. And yeah, I also saw that like Clay Thomas did a post that was like talking about how significant I guess Bob Marley was in his own personal life. I thought that was really interesting. It was just something for me to think about. I was like, I didn't know. I don't like Bob Marley was like a superstar in Jamaica, but Jamaica has all these like problems with infrastructure and colonialism. I feel like there's another channel, that woman, the wine and sip girl, her she unpacks a lot about, she made a one live recently that was something about like Jamaican colonialism and how like there a lot of people are still servants, and you can kind of go to a place that was like a plantation or something, and then like tour it and dine there and stuff. So you still have people who are like black and who are kind of indentured servants, and they're still not being paid a living wage because the wages are very low there. So just that entire like concept, it was really interesting. It was really interesting. Yeah. Yeah. I thought it unpacked a lot about like race. There were all these terms that were like where they were like the way that they talk about black, like black is just for like a term they're using to describe like really darker skinned black people, and his first wife or his first baby mama is like very dark skinned. And they talked about, there was a lot about like the broken family dynamic. I guess both of their parents had left, or maybe Bob Marley's father was white and his mother was black, and his father ends up like leaving and disowning his child. That is also a very common thing to happen. um it was just, it was giving a lot of like American racism, right? Like classic British racism. It felt very familiar, a little bit bad, but very familiar. And that felt unfortunate. That felt unfortunate because like you'd want it to be different and better other places, and you might, just get to a point where you realize that it's not. And yeah, whatever.